volunteer for this one? Try to portray what are your weaknesses. Anyone? Volunteer? Okay, how about you? Oh, yeah. Go on.
English skill.
Okay, why? Then?
Teacher license, I don't have.
Oh, okay. Then, another?
Knowledge of social enterprise.
Okay, thank you very much. You succeed in trying to portray your weaknesses. Okay, anyone, how about you? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, good. Thank you. At least you already identify our weaknesses. Let me share with you my weaknesses. First one, I'm not good enough in time management. I'm not good enough in time management. So for example, I'm the one who is willing to help others, as many people as I can. But in order to do that, I always have to face the constraint, which is my time is so limited. I need to think about myself, I need to think about one project into another project. And I'm not a good manager in doing time management. Okay. Second one, it's regarding the project order. Project order means this one. I already got several community to be taken care of, but right now I'm just trying to open the new credit union. It means that I'm going to have a new babies. So I need to order between one project into another project. Which project should I think first? And then who is going to be the second one? Who is going to be the third one? And etc. Because we cannot manage or taking care of each of them equally. No. I think we can lie in this one. The third one, I have limited access to have daily communication with them. Why? My idea is the eastern part of Indonesia, and the satellite is not there, so I cannot have the good communication with them compared to with Kalimantan, Sumatra, or maybe Java. Because in Nusa Tenggara Timur, this is the eastern part of Indonesia. It's not easy for us to get the signal for our satellite. So every time I send my email, they will most probably read my email for the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Okay. If this is not, I know, this is unbelievable, but this is true. This is the fact. Somehow, within 1 day, they can experience blackout, no electricity, at least 12 times. 1 to 12 times a day. 12 times a day. So the electricity just like on and then off, on and then off. So how can they communicate with me daily? Okay. Second one, the fourth one. Right now, this idea should inhabit my second life target. It's because my first life target is like what you have. Somehow, we already portray this one and justify this one as our life target. But there is a urgent situation that needs to be shifted from the first one into the second one, and the other one will be the first one. Okay, I think most of us experience this one. And this is the most difficult part, to maintain the spirit of my team. In teaching this kind of people, especially when we develop a new credit union or new cooperative organization, we need to change their paradigm. Okay? Do not get shocked if we deal with this kind of people. They will see me as the Santa Claus. They will see my team as the Santa Claus. Once I initiate the idea, how about if we establish the new credit union here? Okay, good. It means that in their paradigm, in their mind, they will say that, oh, I think Aris already get some donor, sponsors to allocate their money into this kind of movement. So the way they address their willingness to join with us is try to shoot on the short-term perspective, not in the long-term perspective. In order to shift the paradigm from the short-term into long-term perspective, you need to maintain that spirit. And come on, our spirit is independence in terms of economy. We cannot have our hands like this one. This one means asking for the dollars. No, we need to be established independently, so that people will recognize us. Oh, they already got proof. Poor people can help also the poor people to become rich together. So that's the spirit. In order to maintain this spirit, we need to do this one, have a daily communication with them. Somehow, if I need to face these circumstances and I think that this is my constraint, then I'm not going to have this one. If I only see this kind of weakness, maybe there is no more activity that I will be done in order to solve this one. But this is what I think. I'm addressing this question to me. What can your friendship do to you? We can justify this answer by the title of opportunity success. So in our life, we got strength, we got weakness. That's the internal part, right? But never forget that those kind of weakness and those kind of strengths can be improved by deploying opportunity subset. Our friendship can create this kind of subset. Believe me. Our friendship can provide this one for us. So now, in order to identify the opportunity subset, please try to identify is your true friendship can help you to achieve this one, at least to deal with this kind of weaknesses and achieve this goal. Try to identify whether your true friendship can help you to deal with these weaknesses to achieve this one and this one. Okay? Just because this is the exercise, we need to learn, we need to practice more and more each day. Therefore, I'm willing to have only one statement for the opportunity subset. What can your friendship do to you to deal with your weaknesses in order to achieve this one, this one, and this one? Okay? Please try to figure out at least one statement to become the opportunity subset. I give you 2 minutes from now. I think it's enough. Okay? 2 minutes from now. Please carry on. What can your friendship do to you to deal with those kind of weaknesses so that you can achieve your life target? What can your friendship do to you? What can they help you? Okay? We are going to identify the opportunity subset. Try to identify your true friendship and then try to address your weakness in front of them so that we can have more collaboration. In order to provide more collaboration, you need to identify the opportunity subset first. What kind of opportunity can be raised from this kind of relationship? Okay. Okay, I think time is enough. Anyone who wants to share the idea? How much? Okay.
My weakness is I'm lazy,
Oh, okay.
and then the friends that are really competent can help me to remind me that when they're moving forward, I should go along.
Good. So you need your friends to lighten up your spirit, right? Okay, good. Anyone? How about you? If you? Okay, good. Okay, good. And if I ask to both of you, who are those friends? I think you already got the name, right? Okay, good. So let me share you my answer. This is the opportunity subset from my problem. The first one, I already got one friend who willing to become the messenger for the eastern part of Indonesia. The messenger. Messenger means like this one. He is going to receive my message from Taiwan and then try to print it and try to mail it using the traditional system of mail. You know, using the postman, etc. To the community. And he is willing and encouraging to do that without having any fees for me. So he sacrificed an investment also in this kind of activity. The second one, through this kind of messengers, because his story, how he delivered message from Kalimantan, he sent the mail. From Kalimantan, we cannot send the mail directly to the Nusa Tenggara people. From Kalimantan, it should be down to Java Island. From Java Island goes to Bali, and then from Bali goes to Nusa Tenggara people. It's really, really tough to do that. So his story, somehow his story was captured by the daily newspaper in Nusa Tenggara Timur. And one of the editor introduced themselves to me, and he shared the story of how he truly admires this kind of messenger and willing to help me to deal with this one. So today I'm using the daily newspaper, local daily newspaper, to spread out the idea. They are willing to help me. This is my opportunity, right? We name this one as the opportunity success. Okay? But do you think that this is truly opportunity for me? Do you think that this is truly opportunity for me? In fact, this is not truly opportunity. Why? Because I also need to identify the threats for this one. One of the potential threats I received couple of days ago. This kind of newspaper asking me a favor. It's just like a favor. If I'm willing to do this, then it will be okay. But if I'm not willing to do this, then it should be okay also. The favor is just like this one. They are trying to promote their marketing kits. Okay? And when I try to open this marketing kits, they try to portray the price for advertising with, for example, 10 centimeter with 10 centimeter. This is the price. our currency, rupiah. And then for the for the local column, this is the article. For the article column, this is the price. If your friends coming from a daily newspaper send you the promotion marketing kits to you, I think both of us already know the hidden message for them, right? They are trying to sell the space within one newspaper. So one pages of newspaper, they try to sell that one. If I'm willing to buy for this one, then they will upload every single article that I've written in this one. So in this point, the experience teach me that we also need to identify the three subsets. We cannot just have, oh, they are my true friends, I was blessed to have them. But you need to fully aware that they also sharing their interests, right? I'm not trying to blame them to say that they are not responsible to send me this one. No. So the way I respond by mail is just like this one. Thank you very much for your marketing promotion kits. I already understand the pricing of your newspaper. But my concern is this one. I need to bring my message to the community to convince them that they can survive without the help of the central government or something. Because waiting for the help from the central government will be difficult. It's because they are sharing the political bureaucracy and etc. So I'm willing to do that for free. In order to willing to do that for free, I cannot support this kind of budget. So if you try to say that in order to get my article published, then I need to pay, maybe I cannot afford to do that. But I'm willing to send this kind of email, including the promotion marketing kits, to my colleagues. And I'm sure that my colleagues will find it very, very prospectable. And this is the list of my friends' colleagues. And most of the lists are coming from the commercial sector, from banking sector, from manufacturing sector, who is willing to put the advertising in this newspaper. And I send them. Right after I sent, maybe about 1 hour, they replied my mail by saying this one. We are not trying to sell our column to you, but we do need your network so that our advertising can be absorbed by all of your networks. At those points, I can justify them as my friends. So this is the outcome of my true friendship. Even I cannot help them right away, but I can still find a way how to help them. If I cannot help them directly, then indirectly, I'm willing to help them. We will have those kind of strategy when we finish to identify the opportunity subset and also the threat subset. Okay? So how about if we have 5 minutes break? Okay, thank you very much.
那时候一个是一样的， 今天应该下来想，今天吃鱼先，叫他拿回去。
这样会结石哦。
我想要刚才这样。
我记得是里面放是高手就没多干嘛这么说？他都在。Okay, thank you very much. Let us carry on. I think we are approaching the determination of these courses. In this slide, I'm going to provide the opportunity to you to make your own definition about true friendship. Okay? Right after we are convinced by some of the former theory, concept, and experience, then we need to expand our friendship from the normal friendship into the true friendship, and then I already convinced you with these 9 blocks. Then at this slide, I need you to define your own definition about true friendship. You have your own choice to put the term. I need to invest in this true friendship to convert from the regular friendship into the true friendship. It's your choice, it's your call. So I need you start to define what is the term true friendship meaning to you. And you can write it in Zhongwen, no problem. I don't need to read your answer, so no problem. It's your own definition about true friendship. In writing this kind of definition, maybe you think that you need to develop the criteria to mention that this is my true friendship. It's up to you. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to write down your own definition about true friendship. Please carry on. 1 more minute. Okay, time is up. Now, without trying to present your idea, your statement about the definition of the true friendship, I need you to go on to this slide. Okay? Try to portray or to describe your definition about the true friendship into one meaningful symbol. One meaningful symbol. Okay? This is the example. I put this one as my symbol. I put this one as my symbol, which by drawing this symbol, I can briefly presenting my idea about true friendship to you. Okay? This cannot be, this cannot be planned for days. This should be very, very unconsciously happen. So the way you find the symbol is just like try to show. If I'm trying to do this one, I always try to count it from 1 to 5. Okay. When we count 1, I'm trying to figure out what is the symbol, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. Right after the 5 point, you will figure out what kind of symbol. It doesn't have to be the beautiful paintings or something. Maybe you want to draw the flowers. No. You don't have to do that. Just like what I have is the combination between this one, the sign of summation and the dots, right? It's very simple. Okay? I'm going to count together, and at the 5th score, I need you to start to draw your symbol. Okay? In order to give us the evidence, I'm going to invite the 2 of you to come in front to draw your symbol here and here. Okay? Could you please help me? This one will be yours. And how about? Yeah, you are. And this one will be yours. Okay, 1. Come proceed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Proceed. Try to draw your symbol. See? Simple, right? Okay. Finish? Finish? Okay, miss. Could you please help me come forward and try to give some short explanation about this symbol? What are you thinking about this symbol? Please.
I think true friend can accept all part view.
Good. Okay. So this is the way you find just like a subset, right? You are going to influence them, and at the same time, they are going to influence you in the conscious way, right? Am I right? No? Oh, okay. Okay. So, are you trying to say that this kind of circle means that the friendship should last, the true friendship must last forever just because there are no segregation part in this one? Is that what you are thinking? Most likely. Okay, thank you. And how about this one?
I think the true friendship can share not only the joy or happiness, but also the instead to each other.
Okay, good. So the white part would be the happiness part, right? And this one would be the mysterious part. Okay, good. Now, let me show you my symbol. Unconsciously, I really love to draw this one in a piece of paper. Why? Because if I do have time, then I can prolong this one to this one. It means that in a true friendship, I'm willing to take from one step into the higher step, up to the higher step. Okay? And then the other part would be this one. It means that in a true friendship, I cannot only see on the good side just like you. I always need to see also the bad side. It means that from this one. Okay? And then the second part, this one, and also this one, it means that I need to reach out more people. I cannot stop my friendship. For example, I only want to make a friendship with Indonesian people. And then I try to expand this one. I only want to make a friendship with Southeast Asian country people. No. But I'm willing to have friendship with any other person from around the world. And then if I do have time, I'm going to have another dot. So in this piece of paper, they are going to have so many dots. And this dot is actually representing the idea that created together between me and my true friendship. Okay? Now, let's move on to this one. In order to make the idea come true, actually, this game is very simple. If you try to address this game into your organization or maybe your company, you can do it with your fellow, with your co-worker, and with all the employees that you have. Ask them to draw this one, and then ask them to present that idea. Most likely, as an entrepreneur, we will get surprised just because our co-worker or maybe even our employee got the best idea, better idea compared than us. Most likely, I mostly found those kind of evidence, and every time I play with this game. This is very simple. But if someone try to understand this concept into a deeper level, they might see something behind this picture. For example, if I draw this one, my coworker will mention that there's a possibility that my coworker will mention this one. Oh, I think you try to remind us that in our relationship, we need to have the target. Just because this picture is representing a target, right? Okay, just like when we play dart, we try to push the one. Okay, it's like that. Maybe we never have a chance to think about that, but suddenly they remind us that in this friendship, you need to sharpen the objective of this friendship. We cannot just hang out together from this place into another place. We need to create something. Okay. Second one, if you want to communicate this kind of idea into anyone else, try to communicate with others. I've already described 6 steps in communicating this kind of idea to others. First, try to identify the selling point of your idea. We already got one. In a true friendship, we cannot have the good side. You need to identify the bad side. True friendship, just like a circle, you cannot think, I need to stop from this friendship. No, this friendship should last forever. If you try to say to me that I'm totally burdened with this friendship, okay, let's revise the way we make friendship. Because somehow the commitment in our organization The more people you have, the more customer you need to serve, the more employee you need to pay for their monthly salary, the more burden you have. And in those kind of moments, mostly we will think that we need to reconsider my decision to build up, to establish a social enterprise. Most of the social entrepreneurs, young social entrepreneurs, in my research mentioned that the most difficult part is not happen when we try to explore the idea of the social enterprise, but more to how we maintain the spirit of social enterprise from 1 month into another month, from 1 day into another 1 day. That's the most difficult part. So you need to communicate this idea. In order to communicate, don't forget, try to show for your selling point. What is the selling point of your idea? Second one, try to portray the clear picture of your idea. Just like this one. This is very clear. This is very clear. Very simple, very clear. And everybody can understand this one easily. I still remember in Futa, I have ever one senior student. And this senior student, the way they try to communicate with the new PhD student is just like bringing his own concept. He tried to draw his own concept and then try to just like paint his own concept, and always bring this concept every time he meets new people. Without hesitating to introduce himself to new people, he's trying to introduce this concept into a new people. Are you a new PhD student? Yes. Okay, maybe I'm not trying to underestimate you, but I am the senior student and I like to have a friendship with you, and I like to share my model with you. He always brought this model around, including when he tried to introduce himself to my family. He tried to convince my wife that this model is okay. In a household problem, in a family situation, you need to address the management, and this is the model of management that can be used in an organization, in a company, and also in the family. This is how he makes friendship. And and coming from the theory, this is the theory. The third one, putting the ideas into someone else's perspective. Don't forget to manage the idea. We cannot just say our idea, but you need to preserve those ideas. You need to preserve those ideas. Okay? So the way I preserve this idea to you is just like I'm going to write 1 or 2 articles, and Munchen will be mail this kind of article to your email. That's the way I manage the idea. The idea of the concept that we already learned together for the last 1 month. 4 weeks, we learned how to make a true friendship. And these ideas should be managed. If not, then people will easily forget the idea. 5, don't forget to do the evaluation and try to do the improvement. Every time I teach one courses from 1 semester, and at the same courses for the next semester, it will be quite different. Even the example or maybe the literature, reverse, etc. should be quite different. Why? Because I'm trying to impose that I do the improvement process for this one. The way I address this mechanism is not only happen in my style. I found several theories how to persuade others. This is very important. The first theory is this one, amplification hypothesis. When you express with certainty a particular attitude, then attitude hardens. The opposite is true as well. Expressing uncertainty softens the attitude. It means that in the short term, in a simple way, this hypothesis reminds us, don't forget to do the talk. If we already share the idea, then most probably we need to live with those ideas. This is what the hypothesis is trying to say to us. If you already got the idea, all of these are our idea. But all of this will be left as the course material only if you try to make this one come true. In order to make this one come true,